wanted to win. That's it.
Yeah. So there was some speculation about you maybe cut your finger after the fumble. Just what happened there on the sideline?
Nah, I had a cut already. It just opened up again.
So you're one of the younger stars of this team. You guys have a lot of talent here. You did some special things this year. I know it's tough to think this way right now, but how much do you think about the potential of what you guys can do in years to come right now?
Just try to come back next year and get it done. Come back together as a team. This is a tough one, so we got to work towards next year.
How hard is it when the penalties seem like they're kind of going one way more often?
Honestly, that's something we anticipated. We said we was going to play through it, but, you can't make the calls for the rest.
Offensively, did it feel like this game was going different for you guys, just with production-wise?
Yeah, we didn't do what we wanted to, but we still had a chance to get it done.
Justice just said he doesn't want you to feel like you're defined by one play. What does that mean to you that your teammates are talking like that right now?
Like I said, those are my brothers. I ain't expect nothing different from them, so, we all got each other backs.
Respectable.
At the end of the day.
Respectable.
Welcome back, people, to the Coach Class Podcast, man. What episode is this?
Yeah, man. We not even going to go episode. We going AFC Championship breakdown. Because the last episode, we didn't give a number, right?
Yeah, we just locking in.
Yeah, AFC Championship breakdown. Go ahead, give us it was a big moment for Baltimore, yo. Like, before you get into the atmosphere downtown, I went to Tom's Tavern. I felt the energy in there.
Yeah.
It was like 11 o'clock. People like, yo.
Felt like
it's real today, bruh. Everybody had Ravens get on. It was a holiday, bro. But yeah, go ahead and do your thing, bro.
Yeah, so I made it down there to the game. I told you I was going down there last week. Had to represent for the squad, bro. We've been talking all this for the past few months now, but we've been fans since '96. Me and my brother.
I was a Dolphins fan until like 03, 04.
So for me, we started getting the season tickets in 2000. So I've been going down there for 22 years technically because we had that off season with COVID. But bro, we went down there early. Made it down there to the tailgate thing. Salute to Jimmy Seafood, yo, for having
Shout out Jimmy Seafood. That was delicious. Cool, if you come to Baltimore, tap in.
That was super cool to see, man. Like it was the atmosphere as soon as you get down there. We down there at 11:30. The game wasn't until 3:00. We got down there at 11:30. That's late, technically, if you trying to pregame, because they was down there.
Oh
deep,
yeah,
yo,
tough.
Deep in the
I
building.
Can chime in as well.
Everybody out there, yo. And the good thing to see was, and this we'll get into more while we're in the game maybe, but it wasn't very many Chiefs fans. They were out there, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a lot of them. It was Ravens representing early and all through and through that whole game. So we get down there, we walking. It's crowded on the Ravens walk, so I already told you, me and the guard bro found a little back nook. Salute to guard bro for buying these tickets too. I did not know that it came with
shout out God, bro.
Open bar and open food, bro.
You was down there Millie rocking, yo.
I didn't understand what my god brother was saying when we was walking down there, because he was talking about the amount he was trying to drink, and I just was adding up the figures in my head. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that much outside of the stadium yet. But we get there, and I'm looking, the line is super long. I was like, I know this isn't to just pay for it, and I don't see anybody pulling out any cards. We get to the front of the line well, let me set it up with the pregame. Walk down to the stadium. It's on the backside, so not where Ray Lewis and all them are. It was on the other side of the stadium, near where like the.
Don't walk too far; it might get sketchy around there.
It's on the opposite side of Russell Street. Of the
stadium. Exactly. So the thing is, it ain't nothing gonna happen to you while the Ravens game going on. There was too many.
I'm
people.
talking about you gotta go.
That area right there.
You gotta go a couple blocks.
You'd have to walk a long way for something to happen to you, because it's Ravens Town
blocks.
when it's happening on that day. Sunday it was Ravens Town. We get down there, it's packed down there. The Ravens walk was thick. You know what I mean? We see Morgan's choir come through. They sung the national anthem.
Shout out Morgan. That was dope to have them sing the national
State
anthem at the
University.
AFC
Yeah, man.
Championship. That's big notoriety. Mad eyes on the school. Good job, guys.
So salute to them. I'm an alumni of the university, so that was super cool to see.
You're a bear.
We walking down there deep with the Ravens fans. We get there, it's a line outside of the thing. It starts at 12. We got there probably like 11:45 or something like that. We get in. It's packed in there. It's a little bit, the line is moving, but it's a little bit of the line. They give you the little lanyard joint. And then you see all the stations that they have. But in the middle, it's like a mosh pit style stage thing set up for where the DJ is playing music. At the time, I don't know who the DJ is, but he's kind of killing it a little bit. And Ray Lewis comes up while we in the drink line. Giving one of them holy speeches, yo, like to the crowd, yo. How do you do that? That's amazing, yo. He had us really. I was really ready to get on the field, yo. It was crazy.
Today means something.
That
today
kind
really
of stuff,
means
yo.
something.
That kind of stuff.
he hit you with the
Ray Rice came up
sermon.
on the stage. He was smacked. Clearly, the train was coming by in the background. That train completely threw his train of thought off, yo. He didn't know what to say. He just, when you start drinking and you try to start saying stuff, but your mind, you thinking it, but you just cannot get it out right, yo. It was that. It was that cooked.
It's
but
okay. You supposed
it's
to be
because
cooked
of the
at that.
moment.
Yeah,
you
you
got to
supposed to
look
be
at
cooked
it.
at
It's like
that.
when you played sports in high school, you go back and look at your little homies and them.
And
Potentially win it all. You know what I mean? The championship.
That's how it was at the state championship game last year.
That's
Me and
what I'm
Malik was
saying.
each other. We was in there going crazy.
Especially if you won one before.
And
Like
they
if
won it
you
last
actually
year.
won one before and then you go back and you looking at the young generation of your team.
Yeah.
Now and we was dominant, yo. Like
that was our first AFC championship though, where we was home field advantage, bro. Like we was
50
really
years or
you know
something
what I
like
mean?
that.
Like
We
come
was
on,
the Colts.
but the first Ravens, like
Yeah,
the first
first
Ravens,
ever
home
Ravens.
field advantage AFC
We was
championship.
the damn
yo.
Colts the last time we had a championship here for the AFC. But
Yeah, come on.
man, that was electric. Shaq showed up a little. I think Shaq got there about maybe 12:30 or so, 12:45. I want to say maybe closer to like 1:30 actually. Shaq took his time, but you seen him. Shaq is a massive dude, yo. He had the gold chain on with the Scully
Shaq
hat
getting
and
money
right,
from
but
so
it's
many
all right.
the
angles.
Raven shirt. He had like a
what-
Raven shirt on. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And this is what you were saying before the pod.
He still
Zay.
got icy hot commercials.
I feel like it was a little bit of juice. Like that was a little jinx on us.
Yo,
What are you doing, Shaq Diesel?
Shout
Why
out
you
Ashley
coming to
for pointing
Baltimore,
that out,
yo? Shaq Diesel, you ruined
You're
it.
not even from here, bro.
What are you doing? I don't want to hear
You're
that
not even
DJ
from
shit.
the relative area, bro.
Everybody was trying to siphon sauce, especially after nobody believed in the team until after the San Fran game. But I'm gonna let it go.
It's another one that I didn't quite understand, and it was cool to see. But why was T-Pain there? We'll get to that later.
T-Pizzle.
Continuing on with the pregame, Shaq killed it though. I'm not gonna hold you. He's a pretty good DJ. It's pretty entertaining.
DJ
guy.
Diesel.
He's an entertaining guy on that DJ booth, yo. He knows what he's doing up there, man.
Was it a lot of techno?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But he did. I think Shaq is a DJ. Now, what he's gonna show you, what he show you online, is mainly that. But he has the ability to just bring up the hits like any other DJ can do. Like he had that. I think he recognized the crowd. He started looking, and we was raving a little bit because it's it's whites out there. You know what I mean? And that's usually they bad.
Yeah, you know they love that.
We was getting it in. You know when they got the big beat drop, whenever they got that build up to the beat drop like that, that's they love that. Yo, they start doing that little dubstep shit.
Yeah, they start getting classy. That's their
That was
crazy
crazy.
leg.
Yeah.
That's their crazy
Yeah.
leg, yo.
Yeah, nah, man. So being the guard, bro, decided to, like I was saying, he was telling me about the drinks beforehand. We decided to go ahead and take full advantage of that. I think we had 6 drinks while we was in there.
Y'all
yo.
was
I
cooked. Y'all was cooked.
Pre-game cookage, bro. You had to, bro.
You came in there like that like the gift.
Once I
yo, when
found
he
like it was
stumbling down
free,
the
yo, I
steps.
was like, nah, we gotta indulge. We seen people, they had as many cups as they could physically hold in arms and everything.
Yeah.
One man came back with 8 cups, it seemed like.
Yo
Like,
brought
how
back
did you even
4,
hold that?
2, 3
How
for
were
his
you
girl
planning
and
on
5 for
drinking
him.
it? But it was more than likely.
He's not new to this. He's true to this.
Yeah. And he was bringing it back for his squad, probably more than likely, but
He
still,
brought 3 back for his
ingenuity.
girl and 5 for him, yo. He was
Yeah.
wilding, yo. It was
Oh,
the AFC
cool,
championship.
super cool to see. He was kind of in the mix. He was clearly just getting there when we had got there. But Keaton Mitchell was in there.
Salute, man. man.
You know what I mean? But all of the Ravens were
He's
in
coming back, clowns.
Not Bolden, though. And I did see Bolden was at the front one, like the front pregame one, which was interesting to me. 'Cause I don't know if he has the same dynamic with those
Where's
guys.
the front one at? Is that like in the middle, like leading up to
Down the Ravens walk.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was
So
there.
they had a stage up there, but
yeah.
the Shack stage was in the back with the tailgate.
Real quick, how many sides of it? Did you see all the sides of the joints? So, of course, it was that side. I was over there a little bit where y'all was at. I actually walked past and stuff. It looked like I could have kind of...
You could have got back there. You could.
I was looking.
I started looking, and
I really wanted to, yo.
they wasn't checking like that.
So that was lit. The middle was lit, but where it was really, really popping was on the other side of the light rail.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I posted a picture from
The music was popping.
it's straight fans. None of the other stuff going on.
Yeah.
None of the promote. It's just the fans. But I'll chime in real quick just to because I tailgated it up. I ain't gonna go to the what's the name, but because I wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel the atmosphere. It took my lady. She wanted to get a feel because I had other plans after, and it was electric.
Yeah.
You know where I was? Right though, the CBS joint. I got up
Yeah.
in there. I was like, maybe y'all might have seen an orange hat if y'all ever.
I know that energy was different.
It was TJ Watt, and they was giving it to him. They was giving JJ Watt. The fans was giving
Oh, yeah,
it to
we had
TJ.
to.
And then I forgot JJ Watt played for the Texans.
Yeah,
He was giving
had to get it. Had to get it.
I was
Had
like,
to
you
get
gotta
it,
be
bro.
strong to take some of that heckling.
Nah.
But we was everybody's back there, MVPs and all that. So I got to hop in a little CBS joint real quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And feel some of it. It felt really, really good leading up to the game. So that's all I want to chime in because I was
The
down there to
energy.
get a little
That was
bit
the
of it.
energy. That's what I'm
I was
saying.
down there
But
to get a little bit.
for me personally, and I don't know if anybody else felt it, it just was a slight, just like one of them irritants that you just feel. Like, you feel good, but it's like, I feel something. Like, this isn't fully right, yo. Something is not right about
Y'all
this.
remember I said I didn't want to play them. I would have rather played the other guys.
And
yo.
you gotta stop saying stuff, yo, because a lot of the things that you said on here came to truth, and it was good most of the time. But this was a
Came to
good one,
fruition,
man. That
yo.
we
I
could
gotta
have said.
stop, yo. The power of the
Mahomes.
tongue. I gotta stop manifesting bad
Man,
things.
so we walk into the stadium, get up there. My dad was already in the stadium. He looks across and he sees the strut guys down there, the Baltimore strut guys that was at the stadium. I think it's like TSU Dance Crew or something like TSU. I can't remember the official name, but we took a picture with them. Or my dad
Team
did.
shake off a photo, yo.
Yeah, my
what
dad
pops? That's
took a,
hard, yo.
Took the picture with them. Got to talk with the neighbors that sit next to us. You know, the two brothers that sit right next to us. They was there.
They was there, the guys. My man used to be like,
was in the
don't let
building.
him get cooked, yo, off the biz.
He was in the
He
building.
really screams like a live hawk, yo.
Yeah, man, yo. So the energy is up. I just get one loose cannon because I'm cooked. I don't need any more than what I had already. I had shot two, I think. I was too much. So we get up to the seats. We sitting there. And again, that energy is just it just feels weird. I don't know what it would feel like we weren't fully prepared for some reason, even coming into the game.
Yeah.
But we sit down, all Ravens fans pretty much through and through. It's a few little spatterings of Chiefs fans in the stadium.
Basically
And I love that energy.
old Patriots fans.
Yeah, and I love that energy. A few other random fans. Craziest thing happened. I don't know. I guess we could get this into kind of leading into. Let me keep going with the pregame stuff.
But real quick, I'm gonna give the Chiefs fans a little more credit. They've got a really good fan base.
No,
For sure.
I don't-
Before
but
they
but
were
for
waiting to
me,
win championship.
I mean,
but
they
for
got a
me,
dynasty,
I
bro,
remember-
right now.
I'm saying after
But
that,
but
before that
but
was-
but I remember arguing dudes down back in high school. I only knew one Chiefs fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I know him to this day. Like that's the only
After
person I'll show
football,
love
I'm
to.
saying Chiefs fan,
If they
you a big old Patriots.
I didn't show him love
Like,
yesterday.
like,
You were a Patriots fan.
But all
Yeah,
the
he
people
was
from
right.
KC, it's serious out there.
Yeah.
It's been serious.
No, I respect the Chiefs fans, man. I respect the Chiefs. The
Yeah.
Chiefs are respectable.
Matter of fact, shout out Devin, yo. I ain't asking for it, but yeah, that's the only Chiefs fan I knew. Like I'm talking about Priest Holmes days. Like
They
I'm
was
like,
right
yo, why do you
along
like
that shit.
them?
Like,
Yeah.
they always had exciting teams.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I give them that.
Good defenses and shit like that. So
it's
we saw that.
offense.
Yeah,
We saw that too.
Offense.
But
Alex Smith,
No, I know
Not Alex
Trent
Smith.
Green and
Trent Green. I forgot about the Trent Green.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. But oh yeah, but never
Yeah.
mind, go ahead.
Priest Holmes. My bad. I want to give them two.
Yeah, they had squads. They definitely had squads. But now continuing with the pregame. Of course, they do everything as normal. They didn't have a fly, or they were supposed to have a flyover, but nobody flew over. They had the parachute people come out, which was cool to see the parachute army dudes.
Yeah.
That's always cool to see them come down. They had the purple smoke as they coming down, man. We was supposed to win this game, but pregame is as normal. Chiefs come out, we boo the crap out of them, go hardcore. They had introduced the offense. They didn't go with the defense. They went with the offense. The defense might have been last week. I wasn't at the last game, so I don't know who they introduced. But, they come out. I think they had a bunch of honors throughout this whole game. And a lot of them are skipping my memory now because of just the shock that I was in after the game. But, all of the Ravens from basically the 2012 team, I'm pretty sure. Like, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Todd Heap was there.
Todd.
Pitta.
Yo, shout out Todd Heap. He went through a lot of unnecessary damage, yo. You didn't deserve that, yo.
Yeah.
You should call the law office of Peter T. Nickel, bro.
Jonathan Ogden, Michael Phelps. There's a bunch of people there, man. Ed Reed, of course, he came out with the shield at one point. Anquan Bolden got honored. He came out with his son. That was super cool to see, man. And we were making kind of a push when he came back out there. I was like, oh, the curse really has been lifted.
Yeah,
Finally.
curse
He lifted it
lifted.
upon us. Yeah. But, game starts off, bro. Like, where we want to go with it before that?
Because Zay was down there, too. So we got two different perspectives.
No, I chimed in with
In
that.
the- in
It
the-
was
all right.
cool. The atmosphere was but I
He
will
had
agree
something
with
else
Rich.
to
The
go
atmosphere,
into, though.
Even though it was electric, there was a weirdness in the air a little bit. There was a slight little. Oh, I do want to say something. They had Pat Mahomes Senior. I guess it would be Senior out there. They said they showed him. He was out there chilling just chilling.
Yeah, he's
At
cool.
the tailgate.
He's a cool dude, bro.
Real.
He could
real.
go, all them
He
pictures
real.
they Photoshop Taylor Swift in, he could actually probably go to a lot of them. He'd be all
He had
right.
a
He
good
real.
time.
He probably just a real guy, bro.
You'd be all right down
I
there.
respect that.
He probably was just a real guy, yo.
Nah, I respect his pops.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Go ahead, Zato. You had something you want to get off your chest beforehand.
we had to talk about that. I'm about to go in, yo. I'm gonna say it because I definitely didn't want to jinx anything beforehand. We was in good spirits, but we're gonna roll into everything that transpired. But I want to pop it off with this. I did not like a lot of the stuff that happened right after the Texans win, and it made me nervous.
Yeah.
It gave me the feeling that they're not ready. I didn't want to jinx anything last week. I just wanted to get through because it was a great win. I didn't like the dancing. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it
the
real.
dancing hurt, bro.
When Andy Reid said we're not dancing this week, we still got work to do.
It gave that
was a
same-
shot, but it was a well placed shot.
You know what that gave that same energy
That's
as?
a liver shot, yo, in the 9th round.
No, that gave that same energy as that Oregon coach that gave to. You remember when they came down there? Colorado came down there thinking they was we not celebrating, we not doing that. We here to play football.
Yeah.
So
I didn't like. I just didn't.
it was a lot. It
Here's
was a
the
lot.
thing. That game felt big because there was so much pressure about Lamar. I felt like they were so happy to get that win and get to the AFC Championship game. They made it bigger than what it was. I didn't like some of the things, and I don't want to. I'm gonna keep it real. You got to go through processes. So I don't want to kill too hard. But Lamar, he said something. I heard one of the interviews, and he was like, they were like, "What are you thinking about the Super Bowl?" He was like, "Yeah, I was thinking about it. I actually had to catch myself and remember we got another game ahead." And I was like, "Ooh, I don't like that."
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs are focused on y'all.
Yeah.
They're hearing how they're not that good as they normally are. This is the worst Chiefs team.
Yep.
Even though they're good, and the Ravens finally starting to get their respect, and we're really good. I'm like, that's another strike. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I kept hearing, before this all happened, we're the underdogs. We like playing the underdog role, blah, blah, blah. I said, finally people are saying y'all not the underdogs. So if y'all are relishing in the underdog role, what are y'all going to do this week considering y'all the favorites?
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like the underdog talk. I don't want to be considered the underdog.
Yeah.
I understand why people say that. And for some people, it really does work because they really, truly underdogs. But when you're the best, talk as if you're the best.
I feel it.
Mine say as if
But-
you're the best. Because when you rolling with the underdog joint, we're going to roll. If you get punched in the mouth, you're going to start to feel
Yeah.
like you don't belong.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are the things that led, my bad, I'm going to let you,
No,
that
you
led
good.
up to stuff that I was just like, I'm not feeling as good as I was right after the end of the time ended on that last game. I wasn't
There was two more things that I thought about too that were prior to the game and everything. I think it was around like maybe Wednesday or early in the week before the game. They had the emojis, the number 44 for Marlowe coming back. I didn't know how really comfortable I felt with him coming back in this game. And Andrews
playing a big
I
said
role.
this, bro. Like I didn't know how I felt about him coming back. This
Yeah, you said they put the spray on his leg, allegedly.
bro. Like that.
Cause that's weird. I'm like, how you come back?
Just don't mess up the
Just randomly
sauce.
he want to play?
Why would you mess up the sauce? Is the sauce that was
Yeah,
been
my man
working.
went out there, got hit, and was like, let me
thank you,
chill.
'cause I was like, I had one more point.
It's the sauce,
I
bro.
did not. This is another thing. I'm sorry because I rock with Lamar heavy and everything. This is a learning process. So we're gonna cook him, not cook him, but we're gonna be honest about some stuff, and we're gonna give him because we see both sides. They kept mentioning that what's the name was that Andrews is coming back, and I just didn't like his answer when they asked him about him coming back, saying
I didn't
that's
hear
my
this.
bread and butter.
Oh man.
I did not like that. It bothered me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, y'all been playing phenomenal since he's been gone.
Yeah.
Like, it just made me feel like you're gonna try to rely on him.
Just don't mess up the
it was a lot of
sauce,
things
bro.
that
And likely
just
been
rubbed me
shaking
the wrong
off,
way
bro.
The
lately.
sauce,
as of
bro.
late.
Darby and Stevens and them guys, they've been balling. There's no reason to try to rush Marlowe back. Why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Then, like you said, Andrews likely has been balling. Kohler, it comes in and makes a player here and there too.
Yeah.
Like, we
And-
don't
and-
need this guy right now.
Yeah. And it
And
touched
Dalvin, the Dalvin Cook thing is.
Why did y'all sign him?
Why?
I
Why?
don't understand.
Why?
Yo, let's
Yo?
get into the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go ahead. This is
Yeah.
perfect to get into the game, yo. Like, so kick off,
Yeah.
bro.
Kick off.
They
we
get the-
we get the ball
No,
first.
Travis Kelce came to play and was focused.
Yeah, he was ready to win the Super Bowl.
Focused.
But that's we gonna
He
get it.
started by tossing the Tucker's stuff before. He was started.
Yeah,
by
he was
talking
trying to bully my
trash
mans.
Mind
before.
games. It's mind games.
Kelsey, keep it real, yo.
Mind games.
That's the face of Royal Farms.
And
there's
I
some
heard-
Royal Farms in some areas where you can't go, bro. Stop, yo.
I heard that's not how
JT
you
a
say
legend.
their last name either. It's Kels. Did you know that?
Cows.
Crazy. We adopted it, but they had their dad on that podcast.
Like Denzel Washington. and
Yeah,
Denzel.
it's Denzel. Same thing.
Nah,
Same thing.
black people threw that sauce on and they was like, they'll never get it right, yo.
Kelsey.
We'll just switch it.
We all Kelsey today, bro.
He was locked in from the go. That made me say, if y'all not as locked in as this guy, who's proven. This ain't like just some random dude talking smack.
Yeah.
He's proven. Nobody on that team is proven.
And that's a point to what I
He
wanted to
set the
get to.
tone.
That's a point to what I wanted to get to earlier though, when you was talking about everybody was acting weird. They've been there, bro.
They've been there.
Multiple. If you less than like a 6-year vet, 5-year vet, they've been there, bro.
Multiple times.
They've been there
showed.
in these pressure games where you
gonna
gotta
roll through it.
step up.
What I got from that game, and we're going to talk about everything, is that team expected to come in there and do what it took to win.
Yeah.
They knew they had been there before. The Ravens did a lot of things that showed we are not ready.
We haven't been there.
this year.
Lights
haven't
got
been
too
there.
bright for the youth.
Yeah, and a shout out to you with what you were saying before, like the first quarter. Let's get into it. This man Kelsey was going crazy, bro. If Kelsey wasn't in the game, we would have fried them, yo. I would say that humbly. Like I'm talking about, he was catching tip passes, diving across, first downs.
touchdown was wild.
Yo, Kyle Hamilton couldn't have played better defense on that.
Yeah.
Throw the catch. crazy.
Bro, I'm like, he all on the perfect formation.
Nah.
My man Quarter, I was like, this might be a little weird, yo. Like, he want to win right now. Like, yo, he really playing like it's the AFC
This is
Championship.
when I didn't like the first possession.
Yeah.
And the fact that they got the ball first and went 3 and out.
Yeah.
And I knew the Chiefs, I said,
But we kept throwing the
this is
ball.
not-
Like,
hold on, we're going to get into all that. When that happened and then they came down and field and score, I said, they're going to have to keep their composure because that's a bad way to start a game.
yeah,
Bad way
Facts.
to start a game. And
terrible momentum.
I don't like the
Momentum
play
and
calling
the-
necessarily. It just was weird. The game started weird. And we're gonna roll into everything, but I feel like the coaching staff panicked.
This was wild, though. This is kind of a sidebar within this first quarter.
Andy Reid is there. They come from
Hold
the
on.
tutelage, bro.
This is within this first quarter. There's a fan that's sitting in front of us. That's a Ravens fan. He has like the shiesty mask on. And then there's two friends in front of him. Big black dude and a white dude. The white dude is a San Francisco 49ers fan. I don't even know why he's in the building. I think it's because his son
He's
is
watching the ops.
his son is a Ravens fan more than likely. That's probably why he was there, and his mom.
Everybody know.
But something happens. This is in that first quarter. It might have been after they scored on us, but something happens between those two, and they start fighting. It's the first quarter, like only like 8 minutes left in the first quarter. The guy with the shiesty mask comes down and like he stops it, He stops the fight, He's like, "What are y'all doing?" It's the first quarter, Like, y'all paid a lot of money for these seats.
It was that tailgate. It was that tailgate. Why, to be honest, that's why I don't go out when it's important games
bro.
like that. Because like somebody get too like it's an emotional time. Like, bro, I'm about to be confrontational.
The tailgate had us cooked, bro. Like
So in
they
that
did.
first quarter, they caught the Ravens defense off.
Yeah, they got us, man. He was perfect. Y'all, Kelsey, it was that man, but the ball was coming from somewhere.
Yeah. That's the reason they won.
That guy Mahomes was going a little bit.
He was doing what he does.
He made his moments when they needed to happen.
Yeah, but shout out in the first quarter. Like I also won't have any Kelsey. He played well, but I'm not having no Lamar slander at all.
Oh, I wasn't slandering Lamar.
Because like, bro, first off,
Zay?
Yeah, Zay was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I was screaming.
I was
at
like,
him.
we about to start balling. We about to fry these boys.
But in the moment, I was yelling at him. And we in the stadium, so we can't really see at the same level that y'all see on. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, why is he just back there dancing around like this? He needs to go.
He
He needs
just
to
needs
go
like
right
a yard
now.
or two more.
But then he got that joint. He took it and cocked it. I was like, oh, this touchdown. This touchdown right now. Yeah.
How the dude came perfectly placed to sack him with a safe hit up top.
Yes.
He just crawled under him. Whoopsie!
Yeah.
Went over the top.
Yo, hit him with
Threw
the
most perfect
toasties.
pass
We
to the
went-
touchdown.
Toasties.
We went crazy when he
Yeah.
did that in there. So he
Yeah.
was feeling the energy. They do that the celebration. This was another time when I was feeling the energy. Like, I don't know if I really like that celebration right now, but I know we feeling ourselves, so I'm going to let that happen. Even if you pay attention to that celebration, OBJ breaks away from it kind of early. Like, he's trying to get back into the mode. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something I
He's
paid
the only one
attention
who
to.
had experience.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you noticed him, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the game.
No, this is I guess was it the first quarter or the second quarter when basically we went for it on the 4th and 1, yo, and Lamar got like 21 yards, yo. It was like a run. This was before the pass to himself. He did like a got out of there. It was like a read option on a 4th and 1, and I'm like, why didn't we punt the ball, yo? We should have punted.
Oh,
it,
yeah,
yo.
yeah. I remember that.
And my man Lamar Street got busy. Like, yo, stop playing with this guy, yo. Like, he's not the greatest thing since sliced bread.
You got to keep that in the line of what we're saying.
Yeah.
The problem was we went away from, like, in that first quarter, I saw it. We was not the run game. I don't know what the issue is with the running back committee. I don't know why we weren't using Gus in certain situations versus using Justice in certain situations, which, again, he did do good.
I'm going to say allegedly because you could get sued. With the Gus thing, it has to be some kind of issue with him and the coaching staff.
It's got to be.
Because it's been, like, this year was egregious. Because, like, he got it in the first quarter. He was the first person to break it more than 15 yards or 10 yards. Last year, he was averaging 5 yards a carry in a pivotal game, and we just stopped giving him the ball. The year before that, he was averaging 4 yards a carry, and they wouldn't give him the ball. Yeah. Like, what has he done? Is he saying crazy stuff? What's going on? Because coaching staff, I don't get it. He did something to Monken, yo. He had to, yo.
It's either that or the packages that they have built for whatever offenses they have. Because I feel like
it don't matter. You got Pat Ricard and this guy.
But you got to listen. If they have, this is what I said earlier, yo. This was one of them games, adjustments. I think they might have even overcomplicated things this week. I think they thought too much about this, like what to do this week as far as like the preparation.
I'm gonna separate that and talk about that because I really have a real theory about what the heck happened.
It just didn't make any sense why we were passing the ball the way we were passing those weird screen passes on 3rd and 2.
We was breaking out, just throwing like. First off, if you got Andrews and Likely back and all these other threats, what happened to a slant? Why is everything a post or a fucking, freaking fade?
Especially when you have two types.
It makes no
It
sense.
should have been an easier game plan.
It makes no sense.
That's why I said they overcomplicate.
It made no sense.
They baked that bad boy crazy, bro. Like they went. So where we at in this first half?
Basically, they come down, they score again.
Let's give some defense, some defense love.
Yeah, defense.
Because it started off shaky. Like they had that first drive. We was like, yo, this is what's happening. Like, this is not looking good. Yeah, this is not looking good, yo. I don't like this.
And to show love, like you said, to the D, cousin Kyle is officially the second coming of him. For somebody to get caught, like you did a great play, and Travis Kelce.
What we was saying,
defense, right?
We was going into. We gonna get into Kyle because the defense to start off was shaky. So like when I don't know what happened. Like maybe
Pachenko was making us look crazy at first.
I don't know if the run game was as much as a threat as I
he was still catching the ball. Okay. He was still running.
He was doing his thing. He was a piece that was out there for sure. Yes,
yeah, he kept the defense honest. That was a good.
But it was more of just. I don't know if we just were, like you said, if we were prepared for what was happening. I think we were thinking too far ahead and thinking about the Super Bowl. I think the whole team as a whole, everybody was thinking like that because you could see it in the play with some of them. But you had dogs, like you said, Kyle Hamilton. Yeah. Kyle Hamilton made ferocious plays in this game.
Yo, and he was the only one tackling, and that's what I was trying to give to his character. Like, that's why I say he's the second coming to him. Yeah. Like with that Kelce joint where you did perfect coverage and he caught a pivotal touchdown in the AFC Championship, most people would have deflated. Yeah. He got better, bro. Yeah. He got like another crazy tackle in the backfield. He smacked somebody else. The kid is amazing.
Let's roll. I'm gonna give him some love.
So when do we get the penalty from Zay Flowers when he does the taunting penalty? Is that in the second half?
That was the second half.
That was the second half for sure.
But there was some penalties in this first half, yo. That was killing me.
Oh my God.
And non-penalties.
Yo, this is no. Good thing you said it. This is what was killing me. Travis Kelce was taunting and pushing after every play in that game. I remember, what was it?
They said that's empowerment.
Van Noy, I think, finally bumped chest, something light, and they threw the flag. I said, y'all in for a long day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw Travis
no momentum.
Was clapping his hands and going, yeah.
That was the Taylor Swift momentum right there.
But you know what? It was killing me. It was the non-holding calls that we weren't getting. Yo, Clowney and them were getting back there.
Bro, it was
he throw that arm around the neck or something like that's holding. Yeah, that's holding, bro. You can't do that.
It was one on the left side of the field towards the end of the game, and I don't want to get that, but it was like a crazy missed call.
It happened all throughout this game.
No, this was like I held you around and then fell to the ground, which was like, bro, it's
we
not
got like maybe one of those calls.
Bro.
I think they had like maybe 8 penalties called, or 8 penalties, or maybe even more to our 3.
That's Taylor Swift seasoning.
Like that.
No disrespect to Taylor Swift. If you want to give us a bag, you can, but we're Ravens fans.
And Lamar, man, like he did it last week where you could clearly see where he was seeing it, and if he waits, maybe he could make the pass, but it was none of that. He was taking it. You have to take that ball, bro. Run that thing, bro. Yeah. You have that ability right now. Use it. You have to use that ability.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. The Ravens are good now. The NFL is $1 billion industry. Why is it that somebody can keep flying a drone over there for like these random weird timeouts that because you got to think, we got an offensive shift where we was cooking, bro. Yeah. It was the Zay joint, then the drone flies over. The game stops for like 10 minutes. It was almost the same thing as cutting a
is that why the game stopped? Yeah, bro, we didn't know in the stadium.
I got mad.
We saw the drone.
I said, what's what did they call it? What kind of timeout did they call it? Because I was like, what is this kind of timeout? And my man, administrative timeout, my fault. And then somebody, and shout out my man on Twitter. I was like, what's an administrative timeout? That's the first thing I posted. Chaz liked it. Shout out Chaz. And then my other homeboy was like, yo, somebody flying a drone over the stadium again. And I'm like,
holy smokes.
I'm like, yo, we the AFC champions now.
So
Yo,
let
like,
me
how
give you
this
from
drone
this-
keep flying over our
let me
stuff,
give you
bro,
from the
to
standpoint-
stop it randomly when we got momentum.
Let me give you the standpoint from within the
I
stadium.
hate to sound like this.
From within the stadium, the same thing happens. We hear administrative timeout. We all look around.
I was like,
what the
what's
hell
an
is that?
administrative timeout?
What the hell is that? I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, we had no clue what was going on. We didn't know what was going on at that moment.
Yo,
but
the
then,
NFL makes so much money, they should be able to just have somebody in the stadium that can push
Yo,
the button
drone
and just
gate,
deactivate
bro.
the whole drone.
they had a drone on us, bro. This is nuts. I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't know
Somebody
that.
tweeted saying they was trying to watch the game for free. I'm like, no, it's deeper than that. Yo, we was getting momentum. Yo, you not watching the game, yo.
That's gross, bro. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Did you see that? Am I tripping? All right. I was just making sure I'm not bugged out. And this was literally right after like we started getting like, oh yeah, we about to fry these boys.
Yeah, but we had in this game 3 turnovers, right? They were 2 fumbles and an interception.
Yep,
Okay.
2 fumbles.
So I just want to make sure I got them right. Most frustrated one for me had to be the interception. The fumbles hurt, of course, but the interception, there was something about it because the pass, bro. The pass, Lamar.
I think he was just pressing at that point.
I think it happens to me in Madden sometimes, and I play Madden.
Doing too much because you
I don't-
great.
Yes.
Doing
But
too much 'cause you great.
You in the moment, a guy might be about to sack you and you hit the wrong button. I wonder if it was a similar kind of thing where you see this guy, so you just chuck it up there real quick. But it was 3 people there. And they showed, somebody did a good little highlight on Twitter where they show like the visual of what that route looked like. And if what that route was looking like, Bateman was on that outside, burnt toast, bro. He would have scored an easy touchdown.
But you gotta realize Lamar is doing so much
That's what I'm saying.
athletically
Scrambling,
when
he's looking around.
You're not
It's a
looking
lot
just like
going on.
like his quarterback vision, like how it was on the bad quarterback, because he's doing so much athletic.
Nah, he got good quarterback vision.
He
I'm not
has
gonna
great
say that.
quarterback
He has
vision,
good
but I'm
quarterback
saying he has
vision.
less because he's doing
I
more.
think the coaching staff. I'm trying to get through the game so I can roll the other stuff, but like I think the coaching staff, they were doing things. They were adding more pressure to him than they needed, and I think human nature is anybody can make a bad play if you just putting way too you helping the other team.
Facts.
And he just, what happened was, because I saw it, Likely was cutting down. Likely's been a really good target for
Likely has been great. Shout out
and
Likely.
making a play.
You were better than expected.
Likely was running down. They needed a big play. And he really didn't have to go that far because they were in a good position to at least get a field goal and extend. He starts throwing his hand up.
All right.
When he sees that, usually Likely's
Signal.
going to come down with it. So I think mentally, he really wasn't. First of all, it was double coverage. And then the third man came.
Yeah.
He didn't see that third man coming because he was so locked in on Likely throwing his hand up. And he was pressing at that point because the game was in reach.
Yep.
But he knew
was down
if
10.
we don't get the points here, the game was probably over.
Yeah.
And he just had he just made a bad play.
Yeah,
He
that's
just made
tough.
it can happen to anybody.
That hurt so bad, bro.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That was one of them
And
deflating
the
moments.
toughest thing I said about this game was it was so winnable.
Yes.
Yeah, easy.
Multiple chances.
They
Even
still, as bad as we played offensively on some points, we only lost by 7
the
points.
fumble on the goal line. He was just trying to make a play. A part of me was like, just roll. But I'm like, he saw the end zone.
Nah.
You can't. This is why Kelsey made a wild catch.
Yep.
That was OD wild to extend one of them plays earlier. Because Kelsey really won him the game in the first half. It really was Kelsey that won
was
the game
balling,
in the
yeah.
first half. But the other dude that punched out, because I think he got subbed in for old boy that got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You can't account for a guy
I'm not-
punching the ball out
Perfectly timed.
Yeah.
While you in midair,
We were
But-
sick.
But what I'm gonna say,
sick,
because we had 3 more downs as a running back, wide receiver, any of that, tuck that joint and run through, bro, so you can't fumble.
It's easy to say, though.
I know he was close to the touchdown, but like, yo, if he would have went like this, it would have been a first and goal
But you
or a
gotta
touchdown.
realize
You are
the
correct.
moment. the moment, bro.
He saw
That's
two-
the more reason to do this.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
This
And
the most important catch of my
we
season.
down by what 10 at that point.
Yeah.
They looking to score.
Yeah.
And he was right there. 9 times out of 10, he's scoring that.
He saw
That
the-
punch was just a
He
heads
saw
up
the
punch.
two defenders that were there that
I
could
agree.
tackle him.
You're
He was
right.
trying to get past them. Old boy like flew from out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Sneed.
Like, bro, it
That
a
was
great
Sneed, wasn't it?
defensive play.
Yeah, he was the one that dogged up.
That was a great play. That was vintage Marlon Humphrey.
He was the
actions.
one that jammed up Tyreek Hill on that one playoff game. He was
that boy a menace.
he balling this year.
He really a
on his
menace.
playoffs.
They
yo.
got a
He's
couple of minutes
dogging.
on that team. Like they was going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Something about right before the half started,
Okay.
and to separate that because it goes back to coaching. But Roquan, he came across. It was so much this tense and extra stuff. All he had to do was lean across that line and tap his helmet for the 5 yards. He blows the man up to get 15. Now, ultimately, they wound up getting the first down anyway. But it was just like little weird stuff like that. It's like they hadn't been there. You could tell they hadn't been there, yo.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could tell
we
they
good.
hadn't been there. It was a little stuff like that. They had another chance, and then this is how I want to close it out because I talked to Mike about this after that first down that won the game. Smart coaching. That's what this whole. So coaching. They got that playoff to get the listen. What was it like 3rd and 7, right? Like the last time the Chiefs had the ball in order to need the first down.
Yeah.
They were playing good, solid defense. They were so scared about Kelsey just getting open, probably in that zone, and ending the game. They did too much. This is how they lost the game. Good coaches are smart and they pay attention, and they also listen to other smart coaches.
Yeah.
They lost on the same play they lost to the Steelers with Kenny Pickett. Similarly, Mike Tomlin after the game said, remember when he threw it to Pickens and they got the touchdown? That was how it was a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
That's how he lost, right? Mike Tomlin said, "I know in their history in a situation
It was
like
Pickens
this,
for sure. I remember that because I was watching on my phone at Shanny Wetton.
When they're in that position, they're gonna send the house. We already know what to do. Every coach knows at this point you can ice them because what they're gonna do is they're gonna go 0. You make a smart move. Their DBs are not that good. Other than Humphrey, when Humphrey's locked all the way in and playing and healthy, they're not that good. So if they watch early in the season, all they have to know is Tomlin said, "Yo, we got this opportunity. They're gonna 0 out. We go over the top. They actually gonna do everything that goes against what they actually do well, and then win the game." So that's how that game ended, and it was just nasty because there was so. I honestly believe the way it was playing out, if the fumble doesn't happen at the goal line, they're gonna win the game because they would have been down 3 with like 10 minutes left. The defense wasn't allowing anything.
Nothing.
That game, I think they would get the ball
Darby
back
was
and
smacking people out there.
That is
He might be
overtime.
my second favorite Ravens player now, yo.
But that's why I was saying we didn't need Marlo out there.
Yeah, Darby is
You know
really
what I mean?
like
You
that.
got
Yo.
some,
Like Darby really a
them
hitter.
guys.
His coverage can get shaky in some scenarios, but he really can hit, bro. Physical man to have like on a
thing,
sweep
yo,
or
to ice us with Valdez Scantling. I think he caught did he catch any passes this year? Hardly. Like, come on, fam. Like, not Valdez Scantling, bro. Hurt, son.
All right.
Is Lamar the greatest? Has any other quarterback thrown a reception to himself and got 10 yards?
Oh, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
I forgot about that play.
I was like,
wish you would've-
no, I literally,
That
literally,
was crazy.
Yo, the play was so crazy. On Instagram, I posted because I made my little bacon cheeseburgers I was eating. I bit the sandwich and I was like, this is so crazy. I have to record that he just did this. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, it's either like Marcus Mariota or something like that did that in college.
No, he did it in the NFL.
NFL? Oh, all right, NFL, but like Lamar, AFC Championship.
I don't think he got 10, but he scored. He actually scored a touchdown.
That's hard. I ain't know that. But like, yo, the second throw a pass to yourself for 10 yards.
Yeah, that's dope.
I really wish
And the only one ever in the
If he'd have broke
AFC
that-
Championship.
What was so
Holy
wild about that
moly,
play was
we would have went berserk.
And he was nowhere near the
seemed like
ball.
It was in the air for 20 minutes.
Bro, he was nowhere near the
And
ball.
hold on, it was nothing but white and red uniforms.
Yeah.
And then he popped out the shadows. And
Lamar, first off, he went back to the left side, came back a little bit to the right, threw it. It got deflected by the left tackle. It went in the air, and you just see him come flying out of nowhere like it was he had a freaking screen or something like that, and caught that joint.
Yeah, start getting busy. You know what I mean? But
this is the time when I really felt like they lost the game, and I knew they were panicking. This is what I want to put on the coaching staff. So the Ravens go that 3-and-out. The Chiefs score. They score. The Chiefs score again, and the defense was looking mad shaky. Mm-hmm. They started passing the ball, and I talked. Mike called me midway. They were playing like they were down 21.
Yes.
Yo, it was blowing me.
It was killing me.
I was getting mad. I had to call.
I think they thought like, yo, we about to have to. They gonna score. We gonna have to score. They just needed to relax.
That's why I said
it was only 7 points. All of that transpired.
Over complication, bro.
The first quarter, you wouldn't have thought it was gonna be a track meet.
Because they been there, they were scared.
To the second quarter, they was still only down 7.
Yes.
And this is when they lost the game, and this is when I knew they weren't ready. If I'm not mistaken, they were right at midfield. They was probably like on their 48, looking like they could potentially tie the game up or at least be down 4. They are second. I think it was second down and 4. All they have to do is run the ball.
Right.
They threw 2 pass plays, have to punt it. They come down. They get a field goal. They're down 10. If they run the ball and get first downs there, which I believe, and this is the wildest part, the Chiefs' worst part of their defense is run defense.
Yeah.
They played into their hands. They have excellent corners.
I was sick, bro.
Yeah.
They just run the ball. They probably, everybody calms down at the half because it's either 10-14 or 14-14.
Right.
Yeah.
The defense was looking shaky, but in the second half, the defense wasn't allowing anything.
Yep.
They just needed to run. Like I said, they were playing like they were down 21. They were only down 7.
Yes.
And I want to go into this. John Harbaugh, your time is up. Your time is up. I was talking about this last year, right? We brought it up again.
Big moments,
People been getting mad at us.
Jonathan.
The big
People
moments.
been getting mad at us. And then I cooled off just a little bit. I want to give him a little bit of credit for managing him, but I still don't believe in him when it comes to adjustment and shakiness because we can blame Todd Monken and lie and all of that, but he had to sign off on that.
Yeah.
He could say, hey, guys, let's not do that. Boom, boom, boom. John Harbaugh, it's tough. Some people, it's tough to just say, hey, man, let's move off because people like him. He seems like a likable guy.
He does.
Yeah.
But Tony Dungy, respect. I'm happy he got his Super Bowl ring. With the Bucks, though, they said, we got to let him go. They wind up winning after because sometimes you have to move on.
Yeah.
People...
It might be that
This
time.
has been 6 years with Lamar Jackson. Somebody, I think my lady's uncle sent something. He was like, yo, you get 5-minute windows with excellent quarterbacks and runs. If you don't do it in 5 years, you typically don't win. I think he found some joint out like that.
Yeah.
This is his 6th year with an elite level quarterback. They're not able to get it done. Yeah. He's been there for 16 or 17 years, right? They owe him nothing.
Man. Yeah, we good. We good.
He's good. He's done a good job. It's time to move on.
I agree with everything you're saying, but like the ability to get the players amped like that is also something you gotta be able to put on I feel like he just got sunned by the tutelage he came from. Like he literally came from the Andy Reid joint. Like you feel me? Like he came from all that.
Yeah, like now we good. Yeah.
Good.
Rich, what you think? Is it time, yo?
I don't know
this year when we was questioning in the middle of the season.
The only reason I can't say I definitively, cause like against all the tough comp, you gotta realize they never been there. Like not cop and please, but they never been there, yo. But they fried all the tests. You remember how they was talking about Detroit?
Yeah.
They fried them boys. They was talking about the Niners. We fried them. The Dolphins, we fried them. We lost the fluke games all season. All 4 was like Shoulda, woulda, coulda wins.
Five.
You know why?
Yeah, 5.
And y'all know-
Almost wins.
Even
y'all know
this
what I was
one.
saying
They was
the whole
bums.
time, though. A lot of those was because I felt like he didn't.
Yeah, silly
beat
Billy
Lock.
Only
stuff.
way we lose is
Silly
if we
Billy
beat
stuff.
ourselves. We've been
Silly
saying
Billy
that all the
stuff.
way throughout, and that's literally what happened. We beat ourselves.
But one of-
shot ourselves in. So to answer Zay's question, I would probably say I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
does he get?
I wouldn't be mad at
How
that.
long
At this
does he
point.
Well,
get?
one
In
thing.
25 years as the Ravens coach, how long does he get?
Because you saying, yes, I agree with you. It's
Mm-hmm.
tough to do that with coaching, but you can plug a good coach in. And
Yeah, you can,
to
you
get
can, you
good
can, you
players. They'll be fine.
It's just so much with me with that game, though, because it's like outside of the missed calls, right? We put a lot of it on ourselves. It was one where Pat Mahomes threw the ball like 2 seconds before Jadeveon Clowney hit him. It was one, and Roquan, you the second coming to Ray Lewis. So I say it on this pod because I believe in you. But like, yo, why did you throw that man, yo? Like, yo, stop the clock. It was so many that was like, bro, what are we
I feel
doing?
like some of that is coaching. I feel like
That is
I feel
coaching.
like the
I didn't even think of it like that. That
You
is
gotta
coaching.
Get your team locked.
What
in.
was that?
They weren't.
The dancing is.
You
the
gotta
thing.
understand.
Yo,
Your job as a
even
the
with
players
Zay-
are gonna be emotional. Your job as the coach is to be the
Yeah.
level-headed guy that locks everybody in.
Yeah.
Andy Reid had them locked in. No excellent coach. I don't care what the coordinator's doing. Andy Reid is gonna say, "Hey,
Yeah.
they're not a good run-stopping team. I hear you. Let's run the ball." He has veto power.
Yeah.
And
He has the ability to say, "Hey guys, that's your job."
Yeah. And you bringing it back to the coaching, because even with the and I'm not gonna give no slander to Zay Flowers because I know you're gonna be a dog. But that one when you stood over the guy and did all that, like, yo, if you knew you wasn't getting no forgiveness, why would you do that?
Yeah, but it's just the moments, bro. Like that, you never know what happened.
Yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
plays
They haven't been there.
beforehand.
They haven't been there before.
They've been talking.
They gonna learn a lot from this game.
But what I'm saying, even in that moment, they probably was chirping.
They
back
gonna
and
learn a
forth.
lot from this
They
game.
was chirping back and forth with each other clearly in that game. So that just was something that he was hype. And it wasn't a fucking ton.
It
yo.
really
like,
wasn't
I'm
that
not
bad.
about to do that. Like he did a
And
little
it's the
joint,
AFC
look down a little
championship
bit. That's
with
not
a
ton.
rookie wide receiver.
That wasn't a ton. Yo. Like
That's going off.
That was sickening, bro.
At home.
I got a good. I want to see what y'all think about this, because I won't just say just get rid of somebody if there's nothing available. I think there's a perfect dude that's out there. I think he would fit the culture. He's smart. He played. He won at a high level, and he's available.
Think about John instead of Jim.
No,
No, John got it.
I meant John.
Mike
Oh, he
Vrabel-
already got it one.
Mike Vrabel's available.
Oh yeah, Mike Vrabel
He
will be
fits the
good.
culture. He's won. He had the team that cooked the 14 and 2 team.
Yeah.
He's a perfect, to me, would come right in, no nonsense, lock in. I know how to win on a player and a coach level.
The scary thing with those style coaches, though, is like some people don't vibe well with the coach, which it'll weed out the fat, maybe, but it may get rid of some of them guys that we like.
Do
Like,
you want to win?
we do want to win, but like I'm sure he's had opportunities to get certain players, but he's wanted more of the old school style approach, where it's not that you're not going to be doing that dancing, which I agree we shouldn't have been doing, but we got young guys on our team. Which you could end up losing those guys in
Early
that situation.
20s, yeah.
So I mean,
Gotta
we
kinda
could potentially
understand, yeah.
find replacements, of course, but some of them guys I don't want to lose.
I don't think any of those dudes are meant. I think especially.
I don't see Clowney buying into anybody that's going to be a strict kind of like
I don't know if Clowney's
disciplinarian
gonna be
kind of guy. I don't think he's going to
Yeah,
be that.
Clowney
either.
shook off too much.
He was one of them 1 year guys.
Yeah, outside of his crazy Pat Mahomes, like, yo, he really overperformed for what he was
But,
at
like,
the time when we got him.
I'm just thinking of who we got. Like if you got like even somebody like Roquan, as far as like maybe how his style of coaching, I don't know. He may be more receptive to it.
Roquan wants to win that all
I don't see
costs.
any of the core
Can you
good
do
players.
that? It just depends.
I don't
I don't know if it just depends on who's especially wide receiver wise. Zay Flowers
about
may
the-
not respond well to that. We don't know how he responds
Get
to
the
that kind of
goofiness
joint.
out of there.
I'm not.
Sorry, man. That's just me, man.
Are they trying?
I mean, I agree,
Come on,
but
I'm about to put
I
you
don't
on.
want.
What about
the
what about the young guy from the?
I like it. Sounds good. It sounds
I
good
don't
on
wanna
paper,
say it 'cause I
but
don't-
I don't.
this shit
I
will
just
cut
don't
up.
want to automatically assume that Vrabel would come in and just change and make it great. I don't see that. I don't see that happening
I
right
haven't
away.
seen anything.
You have to get, because even with Harbaugh, when he came in, we had to get rid of people, and then it took us years to get back to where we was at and finally won a Super Bowl.
But my thing is this: the coach is there. I mean, the quarterback is there. They got young players who are there and locked in that are cheap. Like, you're not gonna have to really get rid of. I think you're trimming the fat. That's just me personally.
It's a
Because
possibility.
you gotta remember, they had to get
Where
rid of a lot of
Belichick
stuff.
going?
I don't want Belichick. I don't like Belichick. I don't like Belichick.
No, absolutely
I don't like Belichick.
not. Absolutely not.
I would
don't
take
know, that's just
Vrabel
my
over
thing. I don't
Belichick.
know. It sounds like y'all cool with Harbaugh coming back again, so
I have
it
to
is
be.
what it is.
I'm not mad
Unless
at
we
it.
could get Yo from the Rams. I like Yo, the young quarterback coach
Because I
from
feel
the
like
Rams.
that was
but I
this
feel like
feels
we wouldn't get him-
reminiscent.
What's his name? Sean
literally
McVay or
said-
whatever. I like
But this
Yo.
feels reminiscent of how we lost in that 2011 year.
They had to
when
get
we-
rid of
you know what I
Brian
mean?
Billick into open waves. I've seen it happen, and the team finally
It's valid.
It finally crossed over the top. I've seen it happen.
It might be,
just
but
feel like
I-
it's time. How long are you
yeah.
supposed to be the coach there? Like, people don't even get tenures this long. This is crazy long.
Yeah. I mean, we got there.
You got that ring, yo. They just
AFC
kept
champion,
bailing them out.
They
AFC
could
North
win
champions.
potentially next year. They could.
And
But I
cause
don't know.
they're gonna give them like at least like 2 or 3 more years just cause we brought that, like you said, AFC championship home. You feel me? Like, you gotta think that's a big thing. A lot of people don't win a division and
I saw
win.
Marty Schottenheimer get
the
fired.
AFC.
You know, for going like 15 or 14 and 15 and 1 or 14 and 2. Like, it happens, yo. Like, they don't owe him anything. He did a good job. Like,
But
sometimes
Shotty could be on that type time though, where he's
Sometimes
trying
you
to
gotta
win
move
now.
on.
So
This
it could be.
team-
And you're not gonna have this type
To
talent
me,
forever.
this team was clearly the
The
best
Super
team.
Bowl team, yo.
If you watch the end of the Chiefs game, they were trying to crawl to the finish and win because they had players falling out.
Yeah, they was
were-
hurt.
they
The
were
defense was
physically
murdering
getting-
people. Shout out the
getting beat down
defense,
after a while.
bro. Y'all stood tall, bro. Whole game. Well, not
was
except the
definitely-
first quarter. It was a little shaky. Then when y'all shook the jitters off, y'all went crazy.
Yeah.
All I say is, I kept saying, if I see them lose, it's probably going to be coaching. I was saying that the entire year.
Yeah.
To me, that's a part of the reason why they lost.
It was definitely game planning and
that's the
some
only
mistakes.
way they lose, yo.
Game
Yeah, that's
planning,
because when
mistakes, and
everything on the
penalties.
line is close, it's different than when you just blowing folks out.
Yeah, game plan, mistakes, and penalties killed us this week. It was tough.
They
That was tough.
weren't ready for the moment, but all in all, one thing I wanted to say is, I do believe. I was talking with Mike about this. I think because you can't count on health is. I don't know if you're gonna be any healthier than you are this year.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, I feel like this game was necessary. If they in the position, I think they get it done.
Yeah.
I think they get it done.
Especially if we can have most of the core pieces intact. Like, bro, if you ain't learned nothing from this game, yo, being a better team and they only beat us by 7 points after all the crazy stuff that happened, you don't want to play football, yo. Get off the team anyway. But, like, yo, anybody else that's here, we could pay them. Let's go get this ring next year, yo.
We should be good.
Let's get this ring. Lamar, you felt that pain now, yo. I can see it in your eyes. And I like how you didn't cop a plea or throw salt on your team afterwards. Zay, all them. Like, they was bought in. We just got caught by people that have been there before. You feel me? They was used to them lights. They used to that pressure. And they used to being like underdogs, the top the guy, whatever.
I want to cut Zay a little slack too. He had some mistakes, but that's a lot of pressure for a rookie. He had to be the guy. He had to be the guy. That's a lot, dog. Like, so it's tough, man. When you that young, like, listen, Travis Kelce, he gonna go down. They're gonna put him down as the greatest tight end to ever do it.
Yeah.
And you can.
Well, yesterday was
like,
kind of convincing, yo.
The guy's good. The guy's good at football.
They're gonna have to, but like, that's what I'm saying. So Zay, it's growing pains, man, and everybody uplifted him. I like how Odell uplifted him right after a lot of that stuff was happening. It's tough. It's a tough moment, but I think he's tough. He's gonna come back strong. I always calling him he's gonna be the next Tyreek, yo. He might, because he was doing his thing at times, man.
I'm gonna be honest.
He's got fuel through the fire now at this point to build off on this preseason.
It sounds
so
crazy
he
to
should
say,
be
but Zay might have the potential to be better, yo. Cause not just fades, and because I beat somebody, he could catch it in traffic too, yo. as a little guy, bro.
Tariq
do all that.
Tariq Hill does.
Well, he had 2,000
Hill
yards.
does that.
But I'm saying I feel like Zay might be able to be something as special, if not more. Yeah, no disrespect, Tyreek, because you definitely did shake off. You was on my fantasy team. You was the best player.
And one last thing on my end. A lot of people are going to cook them, and we also said, we alluded to they wasn't ready, and it's going to be like, oh, because they keep reverting back to when the Ravens were 14-2 and lost and all of that. I already seen a little bit of that. But it's like, when you really think about it, this is a whole new team from that. They're going through this is really their first real run together.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like
I
next year will
agree.
be a
No
lot
triple
better.
option.
This is not
And
that
brand
team.
new
It's not a
offensive
continuation.
coordinator. I keep forgetting about that. We had a brand new offensive coordinator this year. I be forgetting that.
If you
So
want
maybe
to
we
Harbaugh
can't
all
wild
over
them.
the slack, you could say that they all going through.
That's
it
why I was
together.
saying that about Harbaugh. If you
Yeah,
give him-
maybe
you
we
give him
can't
one more
wild them.
year
I'm
under
tripping.
the
I forgot
system.
we got a whole new system
Under the
that
system, I
worked
think it
very
could work.
well.
I think it could work out. You know what I mean? They gotta game plan better. You know what I mean? That was crazy. Not running the ball when that's our identity is sickening. It makes me
Against
disgusted.
a team whose worst part of their defense is the
It
run
makes me
defense.
absolutely disgusted.
They literally played into their hands.
And Gus, I hope you go get a bag, bro. Leave us. They clearly don't care about you. Go leave.
Gus did something, or somebody don't like Gus. I'm telling you, it don't make sense. As a real fan, and there's been plenty of times where like 3 dudes tear their ACL and he the only one.
Yeah.
Or like,
And
Why
then,
you just give him
let's
the ball, yo?
before we close it out, why the fuck did we get Dalvin Cook if we weren't going to use him?
I don't understand.
What was the purpose of that? And we can close it out.